This is the Multitrap, the newest prismatic in the game, only obtainable by completing the battle pass, and today I'm going to be getting every mutation on it to see if it's actually the new best seed in the game. And here we are, we might as well go ahead and get started. Before I plant this bad boy down though, can we take a second to admire how cool it looks? Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and plop it down, and let's start off by placing a basic sprinkler down, advanced, godly, master, grandmaster, and then I could be wrong, but I think it is a tropical plant, so let's also go ahead and place down a tropical mist sprinkler. And now that we got all the sprinklers down, it's time to pull out the mooncats. So let's place them all down. And now before we hit our first grow wall, I need to wait for all the mooncats to sleep. Okay, and here we go. They started sleeping. Let's actually go ahead and trowel this to the side a bit. Right there should be good. And now let's go ahead and hit a grow wall. And we have like 4 mooncats there. This should be a pretty big first plant. Bruh, not a single one grew. Do I have enough time for another grow wall? Nah, they're already waking up. Okay, that's all right. I'll just wait for one more cycle. In the meantime, though, I will go ahead and place another godly sprinkler down, along with another advanced, and then basic sprinkler, just because, like, the original ones don't reach, you know? And let's actually go ahead and hit a grow wall before the mooncats do their thing, just so, like, I can actually see the plants and pick them up, you know? And whoa! Wait, did that one just move? They did! Yo, that's so cool. Okay, but anyways, the mooncats are sleeping. Plop them down, pick them all up, and let's hit a grow wall real quick. And I'm already really liking this plant. And oh, these things are massive. And bro, look at them go. Okay, and this one right here doesn't look too small. Let's go ahead and scrap that one. Same with this other one. And now it's between these two right here. And if I'm being honest, I really can't tell. I think this one is a tad bit bigger though, if I'm being honest. Okay, and yeah, this left one is definitely bigger. I spent some time counting the studs, and this one has like 3 extra. So we can go ahead and pick this other one up, and then let's actually go ahead and trowel it outside the sprinkler range, just so we don't grow any more big ones, you know? So now we can go ahead and pick up our mooncats, since we will not be needing them anymore. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my butterfly, along with our mega queen bee. And the reasoning for this is, since the butterfly has a super long cooldown, the mega queen bee will refresh its cooldown in only 17 minutes. So like we save about like 15 minutes, which is a pretty good deal if you ask me. With that being said, for the butterfly to actually be able to do its thing, we need to get 5 mutations on this thing. And that's where our mutation sprays come in. So we got a cloud touched one, windstruck, chocolate, then we also have a honey sprinkler, and last but not least, we also got a verdant mutation spray. So now we just gotta wait for our queen bee to sting our butterfly, and then this thing should be rainbow. Okay, and there we go. It's rainbow now. Let's go ahead and favorite tool it before I accidentally pick it up. Then let's go ahead and trowel it back. And now let's go ahead and put the sprays back on them. So we got the cloud touched one, amber, a chocolate sprinkler for chocolate, and that's actually it. I'm low-key starting to run out. And now that we got those out of the way, we can move on to the pet mutations. And let's low-key start off with the easy ones for once. So we got a swan to get us graceful, a phoenix to get us flaming, 2 corrupted kitsunes to get us corrupt chakra, a lemon lion to get us brain rot, a golden goose, queen bee to get us pollinated, and then we can also use her refresh ability. And then for the last one, let's go ahead and place down a pterodactyl. And now while we wait for them to do their thing, let's go ahead and see how much this thing will sell for. So we have an 133 kg multitrap. I want to sell this 40 million. Not too bad, actually. That's just base price too. No rainbow, no nothing. And then while we're on the topic of waiting, we can join in on our alt account so that we can get chakra from our rainbow kitsune. Also, the reason I chose a lot of these pets is because they have like a really short cooldown, and then they have a guaranteed mutation pretty much. So like, look at this. Sammy the lemon lion only has a 5-minute cooldown. The golden goose only like a 15-minute one. Same with the queen bee, and then same with the pterodactyl. Also, as you may or may not have noticed, I have an extra carrot here, and that's just because I left it there from the last video. And I was like, ooh, I can save myself a bit of time with Tranquil and then Bloom. So I was like, it's fair game, you know? With that being said, our Lemon Lion's ability just went off, and it looks like we got it on the small stub, which is all right. Let's go ahead and pick him up. And then there's also the Graceful mutation from our Swan, so we can also go ahead and pick her up. And then our Phoenix's ability is also about to go off, so before we place anything else down, let's wait for that. And yes sir, there he goes. Nice, nice, nice. And I was just looking at the battle pass rewards and realized we got a Mizuchi. And I was gonna say they didn't add much mutations this update, but this Mizuki's mutation still isn't like on the Grow A Garden calculator, so that's how rare it is. If we go ahead and place him down though, we can check out his ability, and it says when selling fruits with the Azure mutation, there's a 6.12% chance that a random mutation from that fruit will be applied to a fruit in your garden. And then every 9 minutes, he has a 12% chance a nearby fruit becomes Azure. And that's a pretty cool sounding mutation, Azure. And then we do also get a rainbow one, so like, how good is that compared to the original one? Nah, the cooldown is cut by over half. And it also has like over double the chance. We love paying to win, let's go. Now that we have an extra 2 pet equip slots though, I think I'm low-key gonna jump to a bit of the harder mutations. So let's go ahead and place our Corrupted, and then Tranquil Lobster Thermidors down. And then these guys have like a really slim chance of getting us Molten, Meteoric, and then Tranquil and Corrupted, which is why I placed them down this early. Like I usually really struggle getting those 3 mutations. And now, on a bit of a side note, while we wait for our other abilities to go off, I want to let you know that we're getting super close to 100,000 subscribers. And after we hit it, you'll never be able to say you were a part of the OG 100K. So with that being said, if you want to be an OG, make sure to subscribe. And would you look at that, we got Twisted and Windstruck on one of these multi-traps, meaning that's Tempestuous out of the way. So we can go ahead and pick up our Pterodactyl, and then I wonder if we'll get a Zora first try. Come on, Mizuki. Failed. All good, all good. Especially since he only has like a 3-minute cooldown. That's not bad at all. Anyways, and now to replace the pet that I just picked up, it's time for our Space Squirrel. And this is like honestly one of like the coolest looking pets in the game. Look at it. He literally floats. And it's a Space Squirrel. Who doesn't love themselves a good Space Squirrel? Anyways, here goes our Golden Goose though. So we're about to get the Fortune mutation. Nice. Now that we got that down though, we can go ahead and pick him up. And now who should I do next? Options, options. The Luminous Sprite, why not? This guy is a guaranteed, so like, I'm fine with putting him down, you know? Also, I don't know how talking about a guaranteed thing reminded me of this, but I do also need a Glimmering Pet, and I do have a Glimmering Pet Shard, so let's just go ahead and apply it to our, Actually, we'll put on our Junk Bob whenever we place him down, just because getting oil is a pain sometimes, and so is Glimmering, you know? Ooh, and then we got a rain event. We actually need that. Okay, here we go though. We only have a few seconds for our Mizuki's ability to go back off, and I actually like really need him to succeed here. So to help him out just a tad bit, let's go ahead and give him a toy. Come on, Mizuki, do your thing, please. Bruh. Okay, wait, let's pick him up just because I need to place down our Peach Wasp. And the reason that I'm doing this is because our Mega Queen Bee's ability is about to go off. And since it does refresh the pet with the highest ability cooldown, like we'll be saving 25 minutes on the Peach Wasp's cooldown. And wait, actually, we can go ahead and pick up the Peach Wasp. And I think we have enough time for one more cycle. 256 and then 248. No, we don't. Okay, I guess the Peach Wasp is going back down. Okay, there's the Queen Bee's pollinated ability though. Ooh, and then we're also about to get Chakra. Let's go. That's an easy 35x combined with the Corrupt Chakra to get us Harmonized Chakra. So now we just gotta wait for the Queen Bee to refresh the Peach Wasp's ability. Ooh, and actually, while we wait, instead of just sitting here, we can actually go ahead and pull out our Fall Fountain to get us the Fall mutation. And I still stand by this. This is like actually one of the coolest cosmetics ever made. It like actually serves a purpose instead of just looking pretty, you know? With that being said, that'll get us the Fall mutation, so that's another mutation checked off the list. And then our Queen Bee's ability should be going off literally any second now. Yes, sir, look at that. There she goes. And there goes our Peach Wasp. So we can go ahead and pick both of them up now. And now let's go ahead and place our Rainbow Mizuki back down. And then I'll also place a junk bot down and then put the glimmering shard on the junk bot. And yo, wait, he looks kind of cool with it on. Wait, yeah, he actually looks insane with it on. Anyways, we can go ahead and shove the Peach Wasp and then Mega Queen Bee in the bag. And now we literally don't even gotta wait 30 seconds for our corrupted Kitsune's abilities to go off. Okay, and there goes our first one. Nice. There we go. We got Corrupt Chakra. So we can go ahead and pick both of them up. And then let's replace them with the Disco Bees. And we're already making some great progress. Let's go ahead and unfavorite tool the big one just to see how much mutations it has on it. Holy. Rainbow Tempestuous Chocolate, Flaming, Harmonized Chakra, Amber, Cloud Touch, and Pollinated. That's actually really good, especially given the fact that all the other plants have loads of mutations on them too. Here goes our Mizuki again though, and I wonder if he'll actually succeed this time. Come on. Yes, let's go. Only took him 3 tries, not too bad. Let's go ahead and pick him up. And then before I place anything else down, let's go ahead and give our Lobster Thermidors a small toy and then a medium toy each, just to help them out a bit, you know? Molten but failed, molten but failed. Bruh. What was the point of doing that if they were just gonna fail? Low-key, that was a fumble on my part. Also, yo, why does that look crazy? What mutations are on this thing? I'm gonna have to check that out when that fully grows. Ooh, and look at that. We just got the fall mutation. You love to see it. We can go ahead and pick it up. And now that we have an extra pet inventory slot, let's go ahead and fill it up with a spaghetti sloth. Just because I need to get 3 different mutations from this guy to make the spaghetti mutation, so he'll be down for at least 40 minutes. Oh, and wait, like I was just sitting here waiting for the Luminous Sprite's ability to go off, and I completely forgot about our Lobster Thermidor's ability, and we did manage to get Corrupt on one of these things. I think it was the big one, but yeah, we managed to get Corrupt, so that's actually super good. We like usually really struggle with that one, so like I'm hyped we got it early for once. Also, it turns out this thing got plasma on it, which is why it looks like that, so that's pretty nice. With that being said, we're about to get Luminous from our Luminous Sprite. Nice. We can go ahead and pick him up. And now that we got that, we can move on to getting shocked. And if we check my inventory, as you can see, I do not have no shock mutation sprays. But that's where the Firefly comes into play. So this is a new pet from the battle pass, and if we place him down and then check out his ability, every 222 seconds he has a 20% chance a nearby fruit becomes shocked. And since it is a giant variant of the Firefly, we have a pretty high chance of getting it. Also, I haven't forgotten about the static mutation from the Raiju, but them removing the shock mutation sprays low-key makes it a bit difficult. I will still try to get it though. So let's go ahead and buy a few carrots. And then let's go ahead and plant a bunch of them down. And the idea here is that the Firefly puts shocked onto one of the carrots, so I can then have my Raiju eat it. Because if it puts shock like onto the Venus flytraps, like that's not going to be good, since I'm going to be losing out on a bunch of mutations. Also, as you may or may not have seen, but our space squirrel failed, unfortunately, which is alright. Let's go ahead and actually scatter a few more carrots throughout the plot, just to give our Firefly a bit more of a chance, you know? And then actually, since I low-key want to get rid of all these carrots before any of our other pet abilities go off, it's toy time again. So let's give her a small toy and then a medium one, and that should hopefully help her out just a bit more. And she failed. Bruh. At least she went for the carrot though, which is the good thing. And even though she failed, our junk bot isn't about to fail. Look at this. We're about to get oil first try in 3, 2, 1. Alright then. I might have lost some aura for that, I can't even lie. It's honestly all good though, since either way, we need to get glimmering from him too. And that one's a bit harder to get to, so like, yeah. And even though we didn't get oil, our disco bees are about to lock in. That's not a good sign. Alright, so our pets are trolling. What's the Firefly's ability looking like? Are we about to get shocked or not? I guess that's a no. The longer it takes, the more complicated things get to, so let's hope she gets on the 3rd try. Yes, finally something broke the lost streak. Bro, like every single one of our pets were trolling. I don't know how much of them failed, but we can finally go ahead and pick up our disco bees. And while we got a bunch of carrots down, let's actually go ahead and place down our kappa, because this guy will spray nearby plants with water, and then he also has a chance of turning water mutations into bloodlet mutations. Oh, and yes! Wait, we finally got shocked. Yes, wait, perfect. Let's go ahead and pick up our giant firefly, and then it's Raiju time. So now if we check out the Raiju's ability, every 10 minutes he'll devour this carrot right here and spread it to a couple other carrots in the vicinity. Oh, and yo, we also got Molten. Low-key, our pets are starting to lock in. We just got Disco, we also just got Shocked, and then we also got Molten. So like we literally only need Meteoric from our lobsters and we're good off them. And I will place this giant firefly down, but I'm gonna wait for the Raiju to eat that first. So in the meantime, I think I'm gonna go ahead and place down our jackalopes so that we can get Sandy, and then we can turn that Sandy into clay, and then turn that clay into ceramic. I don't know why it took me so long to think about that. And the thing about our jackalope is that his ability goes off really frequently, so we shouldn't have to be waiting too long for that. Okay, and here we go. Our jackalope's ability is about to go off. Imagine we get it first try. Come on, Sandy to carrot, please. Failed. Okay, yeah, that was kind of expected. Okay, and our jackalope just failed who knows how many times, but our Raiju won't fail us. Yup, look at that. We got static on 4 carrots, so we can go ahead and pick him up, and then let's place the firefly back down so that we can get shocked again. And then our kappa only applied wet to one thing, so like that's a bit unfortunate, but it is just because this multi-trap was the only thing that was around it, so this time I'm prepared with some carrots. And let's actually go ahead and buy a bit more just in case, you know? And only a stock of 5 is crazy. Ooh, wait, that works out perfectly though. A rain event, I needed that. So now we should pretty much be able to get clay no matter which carrot we get it on. There goes our junk bot, he failed. Also, I just realized, what has our spaghetti sloth been up to? Oh wait, never mind, I don't think his ability has gone off again. And bro, why does our jackalope actually keep failing? Like it should not be this hard. Low-key, I'm feeling generous. It's toy time. I got a whole bunch from the admin abuse this morning, so like we're good. Let's give one to each of our lobsters, and then our space squirrel. Ooh, nice. And we got Void Touch. Let's go. Let's pick her up. Ooh, and then we also just got Molten again, which we do already have it, but like, hey, I'll take another Molten. I guess the toys raised everyone's morale. Anyways, now that we have an extra slot, let's go ahead and place down our aromatic griffin. And doing this right now will help us since we have like so much carrots placed down. The griffin will have like more of a chance of hitting the carrots with his cyclone, and then it'll also give them a better chance of actually getting the cyclonic mutation, you know? And that reminds me, let's actually go ahead and pick up our extra carrots just so we can like spread them out more. Okay, there we go. So now let's plant a few more in the back over here. Okay, here we go though. Our spaghetti sloth's ability is about to go off again, and we need meatballs and sauce here. We've already gotten pasta twice, so let's hope he locks in on the 3rd time and gets us something new. Also, I find it funny how he like just strolls around the ground. Ooh, and nice, we got Meatball. W. We just need sauce from him now, and then we can pick him up. And then our Kappa's ability is about to go off. So, to actually guaranteed we get a lot of wet mutations this time around, let's wait for it to get out in the open. Yes, just like this. Let's plant a bit more carrots down, and then when he comes back this way, we'll give him the toy. So he'll activate his ability, just like that. And yes, sir. 18 fruits. Ooh, and we got Bloodlit. The double whammy. Let's go. We can go ahead and pick him up. And now all we really need to do is get Sandy on one of all these carrots over here. And I actually got a super secret strat to getting it. It's called waiting. And look at that. They just both applied at the same time. Also, my waiting strat worked so well that we even got sun-dried now. I'm telling you, I'm literally just a go. What can I say? Anyways, which carrot did we get Sandy on? Oh, right here. Oh, nice. And we already got clay. Perfect. And while I would normally add a cooking mutation onto it so that it can turn into ceramic, sun-dried will actually work just fine. So before I prepare a dice on this thing later on, I'm just transfer the clay onto that. With that being said, we can go ahead and pick up our jackalope and then giant firefly, and then I'm gonna go ahead and replace those two pets with chicken zombies. And everybody knows what these guys do. If we check out their ability, every 25 minutes they have a 21% chance a nearby fruit becomes zombified. And then they also increase hatch speed, so like if you're farming up eggs, these are pretty nice. With that being said, since at this point we do have some pretty tough cookies, like abilities wise, it'll probably be a while before we get any new mutations. So I'm thinking I'm gonna give them like half an hour, and then when I get back we should hopefully have everything that we need. Okay, and after a bit of waiting, the only mutations we were missing from the pets that we had down is aromatic from our griffin, and then glimmering from our junk bot. And then to help the griffin out, I placed down an aromatic raccoon along with an aromatic bear bee, and then this aromatic bear bee also got us honey glaze, which was actually another mutation that we also needed. So now, besides glimmering and aromatic, and also besides the super rare weather events like Aurora or Celestial, we're only missing another 4 mutations. The first one being Moonlit, which for this one we can go ahead and pull out our Tanuki. And in this guy's pet description, it doesn't specifically says he gives Moonlit, but just know there is a chance. So that's the Moonlit mutation ticked off the list. So the next one is Verdant, and for this one I have a spray, but I'm actually gonna hold off for a bit. Meaning besides those two, we only have another 2 mutations. The next one being the Gnomed mutation, and this one shouldn't actually be too hard because we actually got 2 gnomes. So let's go ahead and plop them down. Ooh, and then wait, actually, we still have 2 mutations left. I counted wrong. I forgot about Rot from our mandrakes. Okay, let's actually go ahead and pick up all of our pets. Then let's place our mandrakes down, and each mandrake gives us a 3.5% chance to apply the Rot mutation to a random fruit in your garden whenever we harvest mandrakes. So let's go ahead and plant a mandrake seed down, and then let's water it up because that's all I will be needing. I'm about to get a first try. Look, watch this. Plus 20,000 aura. Anyways, we can go ahead and pick them up. Then we can go ahead and place our other pets back down. And now, besides the pets we currently have down, the only other pet mutation that I'm missing is Warped from the Apple Gazelles. And I could be wrong, but like I'm 99% sure that this is broken because I already tried getting the Warped mutation on another plant earlier, and I kid you not, I farmed probably 200 to 300 sugar apples and I didn't get a single Warped mutation. So for now, I'm gonna just go under the assumption that it's broken, and then I'll try again next update. So with that being said, all we gotta do now is wait for all our pets to do their thing again. And since we do have to get aromatic and glimmering, this might take a while. Okay, and I literally waited like 2 hours to try to get the glimmering, and guess what? I didn't get it. However, since glimmering is only a 2x, I think we can let it slide because in its place, look at this. We got Celestial. So now for the finishing touch, we just gotta add a Verdant mutation spray onto it. And after counting up all the mutations, we got a total of 46 of them. So that's like literally the best we'll be getting. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And here goes the moment of truth. 4.5 trillion. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this new plant is goated. I literally did this exact same thing with the Crimson Thorn and got pretty much the exact same amount. And the Crimson Thorn is a transcendent, not no prismatic. So is it worth grinding for? Definitely. Let me know what you think though. Also, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100K.